Hey there, my name is Julia Rose. I pray these messages find you at the precise time you need them. We're doing a pick a crystal, pick a pile, for messages from your future self. I've already selected the crystals and I've selected the decks that go along with each crystal. Actually, I was guided as to what to do, as it always is here. So if it's your first time on my channel, welcome. So happy you clicked on this video. I want to get right into the crystals for your messages. The first crystal is brecciated jasper. This is for pile 1, brecciated jasper. I'll show you the other side of it. It's one of my favorite stones. It's really cool. So that's pile 1, brecciated jasper. Pile 2 is peacock ore. Pile 2, peacock ore. And pile 3, pyrite. So, I look forward to giving you these messages. As always, these are collective readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you find that you're drawn to more than one pile, watch however many you feel resonate with you. All right, let's get into it. All right, pile 1, you picked the brecciated jasper. So this is a stone of vitality. It is associated with Aries energy, root chakra. It's a very reinforcingly positive stone to help you remain encouraged and supported as you pursue your ambitions. And I feel like this is a very ambitious group. You have your sights set on a lot that you want to accomplish in this life, and some of you have already been very successful in the things that you've accomplished. So a medicine message here is to really validate yourself for all the work that you've already put into things. Really validate yourself for how much you already accomplished. So the two decks that Spirit wanted you to get messages from specifically were the Spirit Animal Oracle, as well as the Wild Reflections Tarot. So again, I'm loving this energy of really deeply connecting with your root chakra. This means coming in touch with your instinctual, human, kind of wild nature. I want to say almost primitive. That's the word. Thank you. But really understanding that you are a human being. You are spirit in a human body, but you're really allowing yourself to embrace your human nature. And for some of you, this is looking like connecting more with your ancestral roots, but specifically your spirit guides. I'm also seeing that you're finding a lot of realization in nature right now. Whether you're connecting with plants, you're connecting with animals, you're connecting with the trees, you're connecting with the mountains, the winds, the waters. It feels this is a very shamanically inclined group. Perhaps a lot of you here have indigenous roots. Yeah. That you've really grown up around or adopted a more earth-based spirituality. Because there's a lot of ways to go about spirituality, kind of negating human nature, negating life here. And I feel that maybe if that ever was where you were on your journey, you've worked really hard to come past that. And you're finding a lot of contentment in the way that things are now, in the way that you have remolded your perspective to find peace here. So I'm going to continue getting messages from your guides, but this is also specifically oriented towards what your future self needs you to know right now. And the biggest thing, yeah, kind of building on that same line of thought that they were having me channel, is that you're really coming into this understanding of how to hold space for duality. So kind of where on the one side of things, maybe you had a more cerebral understanding of life, a more cerebral connection to spirit, but it wasn't really grounded in your being. So in another way, we could call that is spiritual bypassing. This is something that you have really started to understand your own blocks around embodying your truths, embodying the way that you connect with spirit. So your future self is saying that you've mastered this, or that right now you're in the process of really figuring this out. What does it mean to practice spirituality? What does it mean to be a spiritual being of a universal and eternal essence in a place where things are temporary? What does that mean? How do you apply what you have come to learn and come to know in a practical way that helps you gain traction and feel stable here? And the biggest way that I'm seeing is that you're taking this internal connection that you've cultivated to the divine, and you're really starting to share this. You're really starting to reconnect with your external reality, kind of coming out of this inward, primarily self-focused. Maybe some of you have been in hermit mode for a very long time. You're starting to see that now you're being encouraged in a very safe way to feel comfortable expressing yourself, to feel comfortable reconnecting with others, with the earth, with your material life. So again, I was picking up that you're a very ambitious group, but I feel like you haven't always had tangible goals, or the things that you have had goals towards weren't complemented with earthly goals. It feels like you've had a lot of spiritual progress that you've made in a very short time. And what your future self is having you focus on right now for what's to come is how to take everything that you've been accumulating and bring it down to earth. How do you share what you know? How do you share these gifts that you've been given? I'm hearing this is really where the pedal hits the metal. And you have, fitting, the antelope spirit, number 2, says life is speeding up. Because you're really finding safety in your physical form. That's something you might not have ever had before. You're really understanding that it's okay to be here now. It's okay to feel everything that this earth realm, this earth school has to offer. It's okay. And that as you start to overcome these limitations that you've had around being in a body in the earthly realm, you're starting to see that actually there is no difference. All around you is spirit, manifest in a particular way that you can perceive it. I want to get a little more clarity on this next card that came out to see how do you want to clarify this message, Spirit? How do you want to clarify this message? I feel for some of you specifically that you have either Japanese roots or you're activating Southeast Asian past life knowledge. Japan specifically for some of you, but past life Southeast Asian wisdom is being activated. Some of you Pacific Islands. So See, now, why do you have to make them fly like that? Because I can't reach it. Spirit, what the heck? Okay. Come on, okay. So, this card here is number 36, the koi fish spirit. There is always enough. There is always enough. Some of you are artists. Some of you, your future self needs you to start getting creative again. What came out to clarify this message was the moon. You're overcoming insecurities around lack. And you're healing your relationship to finances and financial abundance. You're really healing your relationship with money, your relationship with security, your relationship with having your needs met. And I feel like there's a lot that's been unclear about this, but your future self is bringing you the right activations at the time that you need. So I feel like part of what you're stepping into, your future self is telling you that you're going to be stepping into a period where that burden has been lifted. That you really can see how the divine is meeting all of your needs in more ways than one. Then we have the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. There's that duality again. Bridging the duality. Number 20. You could be seeing 202, 222, 272, 218 or 18. I feel this. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Spirit. You've been unhappy for a very long time. Or you've been artificially happy as you've been having all of these realizations build up spiritually. But your guides, your higher self, your future self needs you to know that truly, the more that you allow yourself to live on earth, engage in earthly things, that you're going to find so much happiness here. Doing the earthly thing, not necessarily just the spiritual thing. Yes, you can be happy evolving spiritually. You can be happy doing your spiritual practices and engaging in that. But there's also something to be said about the material life that you're here to live. This is a destiny activation. This is a destiny activation. And there's a lot that you're about to step into that you can't see. And that's okay. It's supposed to be like that because you're being taught what you need to know now so that you're prepared to receive and step into and handle everything that's coming. Wow. So this last card here from the Spirit Animal Oracle is the Fox Spirit, number 27. Think on your feet. It's giving you this agility here to really think outside of the box, not just on your feet, but to live in the moment as things start to progress. I'm hearing unexpected, happy changes. Unexpected, happy changes that are really bringing you confirmations that it's safe to be spiritual in an earthly way. And for that message as it's coming through, it's like some of you have been working through persecution wounds that you didn't know were persecution wounds. A persecution wound is manifest from a past life where you were punished or you were shamed or humiliated publicly or harmed for having spiritual knowledge or engaging in spiritual practices in a past life. Now, it's also possible in this life that you've manifested persecution wounds, but I'm feeling like for most of you, if not all of you, definitely the majority, that this is a past life wound or pattern that you're healing. is the lack of safety you've had around the past because of being misunderstood for your gifts. Your intentions being misconstrued. It's like they were presuming that you were someone you were not, that you had harmful intentions when all you were doing was helping people. They just couldn't understand you. And I feel like a lot of you grew up, every time my nose itches, that's a really loud confirmation of this message that I'm channeling, is that you're seeing how the way that people have misunderstood you in the past is not going to apply to your future. They can misunderstand you and you can continue going without giving an F, okay? They can misunderstand you and you can still be abundant and prosperous. They can misunderstand you and you can still live the life that you choose. You can still live life as you please. You're starting to see that the less weight you give to nonsensical things, and that's the people that don't understand you, their opinions, their energy, whatever. The less weight you give to that, the more your future self is saying that things are going to start to open up for you. Wow. Oh my God, so itchy. Okay. Is there anything else that you need to know? Is there anything else that you need to know? Pile 1, brecciated jasper. Is there any other tarot messages that we can bring through to clarify this message? Yeah. Well, okay. Confirmation. Is there one more or is that it? You could be seeing a series of 9s. 918 as well, because the 18 breaks down to a 9. Yep. I'm hearing this is the last card. Okay. And you know what it is? Hermit. I feel like I said this before. The Hermit. This is your energy right now. But it's like you're not hiding this anymore. I feel like it was very hush hush, because the moon says that things are hidden. People can't see what's really going on, or maybe you can't see what's really going on, or maybe you're not comfortable letting the light be shown on you. That's changing, because you have a profound peace that you've never had before. I'm hearing that's your reading. Yeah, is there any other, there's no other cards to clarify this? I feel like that really nicely summed it up, but it's like you're now learning how to be on Earth as an integrated being. There it is. How awesome. That's amazing. Okay, fam. I love you so much. Thanks for clicking on this video. If it resonated with you, let us know in the comments if any of these numbers resonate with you. Yeah. Tell us how it fits. See you in the next one. All right, pile 2. You selected peacock or a very, very mystical, profoundly activating stone for your soul's purpose, for your soul's mission. This is associated with the crown chakra, third eye, throat, and heart. You might be feeling heart chakra activations as I'm holding this up, because it's like this crystal is symbolizing that you're being brought up to the next level. Your soul is being brought up and out of the shadows, was the biggest message here from your future self. This is heavily a Pisces and Cancerian energy. So those signs might resonate with you, they might not. But particularly, you might be working heavily with the solar plexus right now, or also just deep in your crystal work with the I'm also hearing yellow aventurine. You could be working with yellow crystals right now. Just another couple of messages from the peacock ore itself. It's highly illuminating in reminding you the importance of using your soul gifts and blessings. There's something here about the way that you are able to harness your darkness as something that can be used in service of others. You have a profound capacity to learn from the past, a profound capacity to alchemize the darkest of energies, both within you and around you. So this is for my bridge workers. You might remember, if you're new to my channel, welcome, I love you. Welcome home, you made it. A bridge worker is a type of light worker that serves to mitigate all of the in-betweens. You are one of the most stabilizing forces on the grid right now. Essentially, you are holding space for and alchemizing timelines that other light workers, but also people in your general vicinity that you're contracted to hold space for. You're alchemizing these timelines that they don't know how to alchemize and let go of. So that way the darkness doesn't get rampant in the grid. You take that on to alchemize it and help sew the grid back together, to help take this darkness, alchemize it into a light, and ascend. You have been very comfortable living in the shadows. You've been very, very comfortable living in the shadows. And I feel some of you are very profound psychic mediums. A lot of you are heavily clairvoyant. You're able, being a bridge worker means that you can process other people's pains and reflect it back in your own life as wisdom. You're a very, very powerful transmuter of energies, a living crystal, if you will. And so the messages that wanted to come through for you are from the Threads of Fate Oracle, as well as Alice in Luna's Tarot. So immediately I'm already noticing this duality. There's a real sense of power here. This is giving me chills as I'm channeling it for you. This is epic. You're epic. I feel that a lot of you are also channelers. You channel and allow higher consciousness beings to speak through you, to deliver messages. It's not as common as you think. You have rare soul gifts. And your guides right now are really emphasizing the importance of owning your raw power. There's an intensity to you that you might still be afraid of. Your future self is telling you right now that this is the time where you get comfortable with that power within you. This is the power that you have been given by God. Your contract in this life is to, it's kind of like you've ever heard this word, sin eater. You alchemize darkness everywhere you go. So you might find that you've been through a lot of very, very, very dark and painful things in your life. Unspeakable things. You might also find that people have a tendency to tell you these things. Even strangers. They just come to you and want to tell you everything. Because you have this innate ability to alleviate that. So your future self wants you to reclaim this power. Reclaim your presence. I love the way these cards are kind of echoing the peacock ore energy. You see that? The rainbow with the dark and with the black and the silver, but the purple, greens, blue hues, maybe even a little yellow, a little touch of gold, pink, orange, everything in here. I think it's I'm hearing that Rihanna song, "Let me cover your ish in glitter, I can make it gold." You have the power within you to transform anything and make it work for you. And so I feel like a lot of you carry a lot of shame and guilt around suffering certain things in this life or past lives. You're being guided right now. Your future self is guiding you right now how to release these things. How to really get comfortable letting go, surrendering to perceived darkness. You have this ability to illuminate the darkest of places. And again, this is not for everyone. Not everyone can handle that kind of responsibility. And I know sometimes you're sitting there, you're up at night, you're crying because you can't sleep, because you can feel the weight of everything in the world. You can feel the weight of one person's darkness that you connected with briefly. Your guides and your higher self, your future self right now, is bringing you the right tools, the right resources, the right information to help you let go, to help you release what was never yours. And know that when you release this energy, it frees you. I want to get a clarifying message around this next card. I want to get a couple of tarot cards to clarify it. But I love the way that this is even a duality here. Thank you, Spirit. Give me another one. No way. No way. Give me another one. One more card. Just one, please. Yes, you are natural channelers. You are natural channelers. You are natural truth speakers. You are natural oracles. Some of you have gone your entire life just engaging this gift, and the things that you say, it's like sometimes you're overtaken by this necessity to speak something into existence, to call something out for exactly what it is. And some of you might feel like it's this urge that just takes you over. That is your spirit. That is you. That is your depth of being that's coming forward to bring something to light. Because as soon as you shed light on that, this person that you connect with, these people that you're talking to, they could have heard it 1,000,000 times over, but it's different coming from you. They might not get it, but you're starting to. You're starting to understand this innate power that you have to catalyze radical transformation in other people's lives. Death. That some of you have felt guilty for the things that once you finally speak them into existence, the things that you've been feeling on your heart, that things just start to change dramatically around you and in the lives of others. Some of you have been afraid of that. But your higher self, your future self, is asking you to trust this gift, to reflect, to sharpen and shed light on perspectives so people can see what's really going on here. That is not a gift that everyone has. The depth to which you understand everything around you is not something that many people have. And there are people that judge you sometimes for the way that you finally come into realizations, or even the timing that you're able to process things. They don't understand your depth. So do not take the things that they judge you for as credible until they can have any comparable sense of sensitivity that they could relate to you on. Until they can relate to your depth, they cannot in any way, shape, or form have any validity to their judgment. It's a bold statement, but it's true. They do not understand the way that you perceive reality. And the more that you get comfortable shining light on things, just speaking your truth, just being yourself, not being afraid of this innate power. Some of you might be connecting with Hecate as a guide, or Lord Shiva. Kind of this intrinsic understanding of darkness that you have is notable and uncommon. You have the power to catalyze people into their highest potential by saying what needs to be said, by shining a light on the truth, however you do that. That sets people free. And this is their hands. This is their hands reaching out to you. Give me more of that truth. Please, I need it. Don't stop there. Some people might be afraid of you and they might be intimidated by you, by your power, because of this prophetic voice you have, that you carry. That's the word. Thank you. Prophetic. Some of you have the gift of prophecy. Whether you're seeing visions clairvoyantly or you're just speaking things that are going to come about. I'm hearing Nostradamus. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. This again is speaking to the methodical way that you approach your life. You have gone from someone that couldn't understand how to organize yourself to getting very disciplined. Your future self is saying that if that's not where you're at now, this is the energy that you're about to be adopting, because this is going to bring you the balance that you've been seeking. Becoming very disciplined, very direct, methodical, strategic. This is going to help you, I'm hearing, get your affairs in order. That assurance that you've been craving, that validation, is here. It's here, and your future self is guiding you through all of these things, all of these realizations, the freedom in reclaiming your power, so that moving forward, you don't have a care in the world. You show up as your full self and you own it. I'm hearing full stop. Is there one final card? I'm hearing that's the reading, that's your reading. But is there one final card here? Thank you. Yes, this is also giving you command over your time. This is helping you birth a brand new reality. Ace of Pentacles. The divine is going to bless you abundantly the more you step into these gifts, because these gifts were meant to be shared. The more truth and change and prosperity you catalyze in the lives of others, naturally is going to come back to you far more than you understand. It's a powerful reading. You're a powerful person. Don't sleep on it. Own it. Let yourself go there. Let yourself go there, because your future self is so free. So free. Liberated. That's your reading. That's incredible. All right. I love you so much. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and let us know in the comments how it resonates with you. I was also seeing angel number 333 for you. You could also be seeing 1333 or 1313, 1212, 1111, and 1010. Big time. Or 6. You could be seeing 6s. All right. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, family, you selected the third crystal, pile 3, pyrite, also known as fool's gold. So this is a Piscean energy as well, but more Neptunian. I'm feeling that you're very kind of, it's almost giving flower child, but more grounded. I'm picking up Gemini as well as Libra. So maybe these signs resonate with you, or you have aspects in your chart that are heavily influenced by these signs. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are astrology buffs, or you're very curious about astrology. This is something that highly resonates with you. I feel that you have very high degrees of discernment. There's something about fool's gold that's coming through that's saying you have this ability to see the fact that all that glitters isn't gold. You're really starting to see what kinds of things are authentic, what kinds of things are serving you, and what's not. So the messages that came through for you, we're getting them with the Starseed Oracle and the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So it's really interesting because I feel like these decks have such a light, very like sparkly energy, but the way this energy is coming through is very grounded. So it tells me that maybe in a more youthful version of yourself, you had a more ungrounded approach to this. Does that make sense? Your higher self is guiding you through the process of grounding these really high vibration energies into the earth through you, through your soul activations. So these are messages from your future self that you are more grounded than you've ever been. And your future self is so proud of you because the next cycle is going to be very fruitful for you. Very fruitful because of all of these things that you have mastered up to this point. So your future self is kind of reflecting back to you kind of the ways that you've been unsure. This is so interesting because it feels touchy. You're very sensitive, but you haven't always had a grip on it. But the more, yeah, wow. Okay. Your third eye has been very active in the last 48 hours within you finding this. That's with purpose. It's very interesting because it feels like there's one level of this energy and then the cards are here. Your energy's up here, but the realization is down here. So it feels like you're overcoming, your future self is telling you that you're going to be overcoming this sense of disconnectedness within yourself. This disconnectedness from your passion, your creativity, your creative force. So first card out was the weight of the world. You had 2 bonus cards actually. The weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. You've really been soaking. See, all this cosmic sparkly energy. It's like really purifying you right now. Your higher self, your future self is asking you to really commit to this process of cleansing, to really commit to this energy of maintaining your sacred self, of truly honoring all of you, because that's going to help you stay grounded. That's going to help you really call in all of the abundance that you've been looking for in every area of your life. This next card is Star Brothers. We have Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. This tells me that maybe you're taking on more masculine guides right now. Your star team, your spirit team is comprised of a lot of very powerful masculine figures, because they're, in this season, your future self is saying that you need that extra help really anchoring. Really, really anchoring into a more balanced expression of your internal polarities. And it feels like that they're anchoring you. So, this word ank, maybe you are using the ank. That's a synchronicity for you. Thumbs up. Okay. The ank. So maybe you have Egyptian roots that are coming up to be healed right now. I'm hearing one of you was a temple priestess in your last life, your past life there. Maybe your last life too, a few of you. I mean, it's this really interesting energy. It's like you have all of this magic at the tip of your fingers, but it feels like there's been a fear around you fully exploring that. There's been a fear around you opening up. And that would make sense. That's why your guides are adopting, or you're calling in more masculine guides, because they're helping to create a sense of safety and nurturing for you. Safety, protection, containment. They're giving you the feeling of being held so that you can disarm and allow yourself to really come home to yourself. We have all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within. So I can't remember. I'm channeling really hard. I might have said something about this group or the last pile working with crystals. So you might check out pile number 2, the peacock ore, if that resonates with you. Check it out. Because I'm seeing this feels like, what is it? Is it Stonehenge? I was hearing Inverness, Stonehenge. Maybe you have Scottish roots. Celtic roots. Maybe you're highly connected to the Druids and they're calling you to open up and awaken. But again, as I say that, my throat starts to go, it feels like there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of fear that you're coming up against. And this feels ancestral, but also coming back to persecution wounds. Yeah, if you do resonate with more than one pile, watch all the piles. I didn't say that in everyone, but it feels particular to this group. Your voice has the power to set you free, but I feel like you're not comfortable or familiar enough with your truest expression. You're right now working on how to balance your throat chakra. It's a really big thing. Really big thing. Yeah, okay. Tell me a little bit more about this card, please. Okay, thank you. I feel some of you have regret. Some of you have aches and pains that are inexplicable, that kind of come up every time that you're ready to start engaging in something, or to really do something that your soul is calling you towards. That's a manifestation of fear in you that's trying to prevent you from going ahead. So be mindful. Yeah. So a lot of you have some you have emotions here Your future self needs you to really dive deep into these emotions, coming back to the weight of the world, letting go, letting go. We have inner earth. It says you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Coming out of the darkness, coming out of disconnectedness. A whole new world is about to open up for you, your future self is saying. And the price of entry is releasing and alchemizing these old emotions by really, really feeling them. Understanding the depth of what they're conveying. Don't just feel shame or feel regret and then be like, oh, well, I let it up a little bit, now I'm going to squash it back down. No. When it comes up and you squash it down and it comes up again, you squash it down and it comes up again, it's something that's trying to move through you to be fully released. Let yourself bring it all the way up so you can see what it's trying to tell you. Go deeper. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, because I asked for clarity around the inner earth card, and what came out was the Three of Wands. It's this idea that, and this validation that you are moving forward. You just can't quite move past the vision yet, or move past what you're seeing on the surface of things, because there's more to uncover within. There's more to uncover within. So really, this is the group that's going deep into shadow work, that's being called to the next level of emotional healing. I'm going to get another card before we get into these extra ones here for you. Can you, Spirit, help me pivot? Where's the bridge in this energy? And okay. Oh, Spirit, you're so funny. I can't reach it. That's okay. We're going to let it go. It's the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. Some of you have been afraid to forgive others. Some of you have been afraid of forgiving yourself. I feel like I just keep feeling this deep regret. There's something that you regret so heavily. Maybe it's more than one thing, but there's something that you did that you might have wished you'd done differently. We have I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. This has to happen before you can move forward. All of this has to come up and out to be seen, revealed, felt, and released. This is not a permanent place of being. Forgiveness is going to set you free. Your compassion, your love, your presence is for giving. It's for honoring others and yourself. It's for honoring the past and setting yourself free, but also setting others free. These are deep cords. These are deep cords of attachment that you are finally confronting, so that you don't carry the weight of them forward into this new world that your future self is cultivating for you to step into. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. You have a lot of angelic support right now. You have so much angelic support. Allow them to nurture you. Allow your angels and your spirit guides to create safety for you to explore, to help you find an expression of yourself that helps you feel safe. Be open to doing things differently. Is there any final messages for this third pile here? Okay, can I have another card to clarify? One more, please. Okay, yeah, So we had the Seven of Swords. Not even the first card, but the first card that came out was the Seven of Pentacles. Then the Seven of Swords. And the Fool. Release the betrayals. Release the sabotage. Release the self-sabotage. Release the need to be overly concerned with how others perceive you or what they're doing, because that's preventing you from really going deep in your own emotional processing. In order for this change to fully take effect, it's imperative that you're going beyond the surface, because that's not going to give you this freedom, this full transition that you've been craving. It's a lot of heart chakra healing, a lot of heart chakra healing, a lot of heart chakra activations for you. Yeah. So your future self wants you to be open to a new perspective on things. Be open to a new perspective of your past, your present, and your future. All right, family, that's your message. Let us know in the comments how it resonates with you and what you're taking away from this. You could be seeing angel number 777, 707, or 77, also 66. I'm hearing 325 specifically as well. All right. I love you so much, fam, and I'll see you soon. Take care.